A high ADP can turn people off, but I'll make exceptions. One example is Cooper Kupp, who is currently being drafted as the wide receiver 4 as the 5th overall pick off the board. But Kupp was better than that as recently as last year, finishing as the wide receiver 1 in points per game with 18.2. Yes, ahead of Justin Jefferson. Not only that, but remember, Kupp only made 9 starts, including 8 he finished with Matthew Stafford. And in those 8 full games with Stafford, Kupp averaged an increased 20.3 points per game, more than he already averaged as the overall wide receiver 1, and led the entire league with a 33.3% target share. And if you're worried about volume, don't be. Last year's Rams offense was Sean McVay's first unit to average fewer than 62 plays per game and below a 60% pass play rate from neutral game script. There's no reason for either Jamar Chase or Tyreek Hill to be going ahead of Cooper Kupp in drafts right now, but that's where we are. Another example is Nick Chubb, who is currently being drafted in the mid-second round. Chubb already finished as the RB6 and half PPR points per game last year with Kareem Hunt available in every game. But this year, Hunt is no longer on this roster, and Chubb has quietly averaged 110 yards from scrimmage and 7 career starts without Hunt under Kevin Stefanski. I don't blame you for ignoring Cleveland's offense with Deshaun Watson under center over its last 6 games. They were miserable. But the Browns did scheme a top 10 rate of 3 wide receiver sets with Watson under center, up from 17th overall with Jacoby Brissett. And Chubb averaged 7 yards per carry from 3 wide sets. And think about what the Browns have done since then. Traded the number 42 overall pick to the Jets for Elijah Moore. Drafted Cedric Tillman at number 74 overall. Signed Marquise Goodwin for $1.7 million. And maybe the most important news of all, did not draft or sign one single running back. Chubb is being drafted for what he did with Hunt in a worse offense last year. Imagine what would happen if the Browns offense simply got better. And finally, Ezekiel Elliott is no longer with the Cowboys, but everyone is approaching Tony Pollard in drafts as if Zeke is still there. Maybe everyone is scared to draft Pollard as a top 5 running back just in case some dusty veteran is signed. But that would entail that crusty player stepping in and soaking up Zeke's 16.5 touches per game. Pollard finishes the RB9 in points per game despite averaging 13.7 weekly touches, 30th among all running backs. And we've already been here. Pollard has made 3 career starts for the Cowboys without Elliott. And in those 3 games, he's averaged 19.3 touches per game, finishing as the RB7, RB3, and RB1 in those weeks. And sometimes it's that simple. And remember, be a little bit kinder than what's required.